Welcome to my channel, Legends Bring the Past to Life. Here we tell the stories that shaped our world. And this is the story of Kublai Khan, the Mongol who became Emperor of China. It's the year 1271. For decades, the mighty Song Dynasty has resisted the Mongol war machine. But now their greatest Khan, Kublai Khan, is poised to strike the final blow. Just outside the city walls of Hangzhou, his army is preparing to lay siege. Inside the city, the people are preparing to fight back. They gather on the walls, ready to defend their homes. Kublai's forces may be strong, but the Song are prepared. Then suddenly, a whistle blows. It's a signal from Kublai. His men aren't charging. They're retreating. The Song soldiers, confused, don't know what to do. Some shout for their comrades to attack. Others want to hold their ground. But before anyone can make a move, another whistle blows and Kublai's men turn and charge. The Song are caught off guard and the battle is over almost before it begins. The city falls, and soon the entire Song dynasty will fall. Under Kublai's rule, bringing an end to 300 years of Chinese dominance. But that's getting ahead of the story. Let's start at the beginning. This is Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, the man considered the father of the Mongol Empire. Kublai was born in 1215, the grandson of Genghis Khan. When he was born, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, a vast but divided land. Kublai's dad, the Great Khan, hoped to unite them all under one rule. But he would only live to see the empire split among his 4 sons. So when Kublai was just 8 years old, he was sent to live with his grandfather in a luxury yurt near modern-day Beijing. Genghis took a liking to his grandson. He taught him how to hunt, fight, and lead, but he also pushed him to learn Chinese. He hired some of the best Confucian scholars to teach Kublai and his siblings. While his uncles mocked their lessons, Kublai loved to learn. He learned the language, history, and culture, even picking up the art of Chinese poetry. And after his grandfather's death in 1227, he continued to study under the best teachers in the land. His uncles kept fighting each other for control of the empire. But in 1241, Kublai convinced his dad to let him go on a pilgrimage to the temple of Genghis Khan. There, they discovered an ancient text, which foretold that the Mongol Empire would eventually be ruled by someone from the family of Kublai. Encouraged by the prophecy, Kublai married several Chinese princesses and started to assert his own power. But when his dad died in 1248, he wasn't the chosen heir. That title went to his younger brother, Monkey Khan. For the next decade, Monkey led the empire while Kublai stayed out of the spotlight, ruling over northern China. But in 1259, Monkey Khan died on a campaign against the Khwarezmians. Now Kublai's older brother, Batu Khan, believed he should be the Great Khan, but he was busy conquering Poland. So he sent his brother, Berk, to take over Monk's armies and finish the job in Khwarezmia. Kublai saw his opportunity. He rallied his supporters and started to march south. Soon the entire Mongol Empire was at war. Civil war. After years of fighting, Kublai finally defeated Berk and claimed the title of Great Khan of the Mongol Empire in 1260. But he wanted more than just a title. He wanted China. To get it, he needed to defeat the last Song emperor, who was hiding out in the city of Hangzhou. For years, the Song had fended off the Mongols with superior weaponry and defense. But by the time Kublai got there, the Song were exhausted. With supply lines cut, Kublai laid siege to the city. After several months, the emperor fled, leaving the city to its fate. Kublai entered Hangzhou in 1276 and made it the capital of his new domain. 4 years later, in 1281, he conquered the rest of southern China, including the wealthy city of Guangzhou. But Kublai didn't stop there. He also expanded north, conquering Korea and Vietnam. By the end of his reign, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Sea of Japan to Eastern Europe. making it the largest contiguous land empire in history. And because Kublai ruled over China, he was now the most powerful man in the world. Under his rule, he wasn't known as the Great Khan. He was known as the Emperor of China. Kublai Khan founded the Yuan Dynasty, an era of peace and prosperity for the empire. He promoted religious freedom, rebuilt cities, improved infrastructure, and standardized weights and measures. He was a patron of the arts and sciences, and even introduced paper money to the empire. Because of his efforts to connect the world, many historians consider Kublai Khan the first true globalist. In 1275, a visitor arrived at the imperial court, a young Italian merchant named Marco Polo. Like Kublai, Marco had a thirst for knowledge. He served in the imperial court for 17 years, becoming close friends with the emperor. Together, they established diplomatic relations with the rest of the world. Marco even helped found the great city of Beijing, serving as mayor for a time. Sadly, not everyone prospered under Kublai's rule. As the empire grew, so did its problems. There weren't enough resources to go around, and resentment grew among the populace. By the end of Kublai's reign, rebellions were sweeping the empire. His son, Genghis Khan, tried to put them down, but he died trying. Kublai spent his final years bedridden with grief, heavy drinking, and smoking. Finally, on February 11th, 1294, Kublai Khan died. He'd been on the throne for 43 years. He'd accomplished more than any other Khan before him. He'd created the largest empire in the history of the world and united East and West like no one before him. He'd proven that a Mongol could sit on the dragon throne and become the most Chinese of the Chinese. When he died, he left behind a legacy that would last for centuries. Was Kublai Khan a conqueror or a unifier? You decide in the comments below, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more.